Yeah, we began. So,
Cool.
um, Lucy, what do we want to start with here?
Should we go in like chronological order
I think just
from
the
release
order that they're on the
or just the order?
thing.
Okay, cool.
We'll
So
start
what's the
Toy
first one?
Story, the classic.
Original Toy Story?
Yes, original Toy Story.
I feel like it's at least an A.
You think an
Right.
A? I was thinking a B.
You thinking B? Why are you thinking B?
I mean, it's a good movie, but there's much better Pixar movies. I think it's completely
Yeah,
average overall.
but when you think of it as like a establishing movie, like what put Pixar on the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you take all that into consideration, where does it become after that? Like when you think it's their first movie, you know, they had a lot of production problems. They had a lot of like being told yes, being told no, some delays.
I just think if it goes in B, then we can work the other ones around that.
Okay.
And then we can move it up and down later.
So it's prone to change. Okay.
Yeah, we don't. It's not solid selection now, and B's right in the middle. Like,
okay,
you know, we can move them up and down.
Okay, we do B.
Okay, speaking of moving things up and down, we got Up next.
What?
I personally think Up sucks.
Yeah, I do. I think
Like,
it sucks.
I don't know if maybe it's even an F. No, it's a D.
No, I
don't
put
think
it a D.
Yeah.
Because it's still an adventure, and like I said, the music makes me cry. So
Yeah.
D.
Okay.
Plus, like those first like 10-15 minutes of really good storytelling.
Yeah, everyone loves the first 10 minutes, and then the rest is whatever. It's trash.
Exactly.
The next one on the list is Toy Story 3, but I think we'll do at least like the ones that are a series. We can do them in order. You know.
Okay.
The next one's Brave. I personally really like Brave.
Yeah, I liked it.
Really?
If
like,
you had a chance to change your feet, legit, like, that's a good movie.
Do you like it enough to be comfortable with it in S?
I wouldn't put it above Toy Story.
See,
That's what I'm saying. It's a good movie, but I don't know if it's good enough to beat it.
See, this is where it's gonna get hard, like, because our opinions are quite clearly clashing.
Like, I feel like it could go in B solidly.
Okay, so we'll put it in B, but
I don't know if it quite beats Toy Story though, because when I think like, oh, what movie do I want to rewatch? I'm more inclined to pick a Toy Story than go to Brave.
See, you know? I would pick a Brave. I would pick Brave over Toy Story.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I just think it's cool. It's a cooler setting. It's like I like medieval shit. Toy Story, like the whole appeal of Toy Story is the characters, not so much what the characters do. And I think Toy Story 1 in particular is like the worst Toy Story.
Oh yeah.
Like I would put Toy Story 2 or 3 above Brave, but definitely not Toy Story
1. I agree with you there. But my problem is that with Brave, the storytelling is a bit all over the place.
Oh yeah, it's not a great story, but I think visually, I think it's the best Pixar.
Visually stunning. It had a good start.
That's true. It does get a bit weak near the end. You're right with the best.
The end gets weak. Yeah. You know, the like moral of the story gets weird because it's like, well,
yeah,
like what's happening? That's why it like gets ranked down for me. Okay. Like in terms of an easy to follow story, simple narrative, like to the point. That's why I prefer Toy Story.
So we'll just put that in B then.
Yeah, we'll leave it at B. We can.
Right. So, Inside Out is the next non-series one on here.
I put it in C.
You'd put it in C?
Yeah, it's not memorable enough for me, but it still made me cry.
I think it was. I would say it's on the same tier as Toy Story 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can live with that. I've only seen it once, so I feel like I can't really judge it.
Yeah.
That harshly.
But I still think Brave is better than Inside Out.
Okay. We can come back to Brave.
Brave is clearly the most controversial take so far.
Yeah, who would have thought of all the movies, Brave?
Yeah. fucking baby dinosaur. I don't even know what this one's called. I remember
The
watching
last
it.
dinosaur,
The Good
right?
Dinosaur.
The good dinosaur.
See, we can't
Oh,
even
yeah.
remember its title.
I haven't seen it. This
Uh,
is one of the few I haven't seen.
it's dog shit. It's. I think a lot of Pixar fans would say that it's like the worst. Like
Yeah.
no characters are developed at all except for the very
Hmm.
main character, and even then he's barely developed.
See, every single like movie analyst that I've seen, not to be like following people and their opinions,
Yeah,
but like every movie analyst that I've like watched has never said like massively good things about the Good Dinosaur.
yeah, it's pretty trash.
Mm.
It's pretty trash.
I'm
But
happy to put that in.
by the way, the haven't seen tab, that'll just be for ones we both haven't seen. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
just
yeah,
because you said you hadn't seen that one. So
yeah.
uh,
That's fine.
Coco, I haven't seen.
I have seen. It's okay. I put it with Inside Out.
You put it with Inside Out.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
we can put it there.
I just feel like, music's good, yeah, overall story's good, sure. It gets a bit predictable in places,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, I feel like because I watched it after all the hype and after like spoilers and stuff, it just didn't connect with me as much as what it could have.
Sure, sure. Like I said, I know nothing about it other than it's like Day of the Dead afterlifey stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, when we were preparing to do this tier list, I forgot Coco was even a movie. But then again, I
Yeah,
haven't seen it, so whatever.
I literally watched it this Christmas,
Oh,
so,
okay, so
you
it's
know.
fairly fresh in the brain.
You'd think, wouldn't you? You'd
Yeah,
think it would be.
you'd think, but it's clearly not.
Yeah, you'd think, but I don't, so.
Bugs Life, or as this tier list, which I
Solid,
think is in Spanish, it's called
solid
Bichos.
F. You just,
Yeah, I think S. I like it. I would say it's an
it's
S.
very quotable, it's very memorable, and when I think of Pixar, it's one of the first movies that comes to mind. It
Okay.
might even be S plus, to be honest.
I think S plus we can only two, and that's like each of our like the
Only
ones that
two.
we won't budge on, you know. So you get an S plus, I get an S plus, you know.
That's probably gonna be like Incredibles and Bugs Life for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you can only pick. Oh well, Bugs Life is bitchos, and that's not. Maybe Bugs Life should
Because
just be on S
moved
plus.
it up just for bitches.
I mean,
Okay,
because you
we'll leave. How about we put all the S plus in S, and then at the end we're like,
yes,
okay, what ones
okay,
really stand out?
yes, that's a good idea.
Okay, cool.
Onward, I have not seen, but I've heard terrible things. So.
I've seen it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was whimsical. Put it in B.
B.
Yeah. I had a
So
really good
you
time.
thought it was better than Coco and Inside Out?
Yeah. I had a good time. I remember it vividly. I connected well with the characters. I thought it was fun that they were like, oh, D&D, but it's real life. That's crazy.
I enjoy the fantasy genre, but something that really turns me off the movie is Chris Pratt. I don't like Chris
Yeah.
Pratt. He's a bad man.
I'm not a fan of him. I only liked him in Parks and Rec, and even then, not that big of a deal for me. You know?
So that's a big turn off for the movie, personally. But you say it's a B. I think it would. Which, like again, I haven't seen
If
it,
you
so I
want to
can't
put
say.
it in a C, we can put it in a C. We can bring it down to C for Chris Pratt.
Like, there's no way in
Because
hell it's better than Brave, because they're both medieval theming. There's no way in fuck it's better than Brave. I'm sorry.
it's not medieval. It's like that whole like modern medieval.
I
kind
know
of like
yeah. I know it's modern medieval, but
it's not the same. It's kind of like the Romeo and Juliet thing with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Romeo plus Juliet.
Yeah, sorry, Romeo plus Juliet. My bad. William Shakespeare's Romeo plus Juliet
Yeah.
is the full title. It's kind of like that, where it's like it's got a lot of old medieval type stuff and a lot of it for decoration and symbolism, but it's not really
Right.
there prominently or like as much as it could be,
Sure.
as much as Brave.
Sure. I get you.
Mm-hmm.
Toy Story 2. I think it's better than
That,
Toy Story 1.
yeah, it's
But
my favorite of all the stories, so I'm happy to put it in an A.
see, I think Toy Story 3 is the best one.
Yeah, what makes you say that?
I just think it's better. I don't know. It's
That's
still
fair.
I still like
Valid.
Toy Story 2, but I think Toy Story 3 is better. Like, if I had my way, I would say Toy Story goes in C, and then Toy Story 2 goes in B, and then Toy Story 3 would be in A. But
You haven't seen Toy Story 4, and I feel like even though Toy Story 4 is good, it's not better than Toy Story 3.
I doubt it's better, because I feel like Toy Story 4 was just a cash grab.
Nah, it's like a nice closure movie.
Really? Because 3 was a good closure movie.
3 was a really good closure movie, but 4 is like that whole thing of like, you can separate, you can let go, you can not be with the same people anymore. You can rediscover old people, and everything's okay.
Okay,
Like, it's
okay.
closure on a separate level.
We'll keep it in A here, and
Okay.
we can change things as
We
it
can
goes.
change it when we want it.
Monsters Inc. I think this is S.
Solid S.
Yeah.
Solid S.
No,
Maybe S plus.
yeah, I don't think either of us will argue this one.
I literally rewatched this the other night because I wanted to.
It's a brilliant movie. That might be my S plus, because it's like
You know
two are
what?
going in there.
I might agree with you there.
We'll move it to S plus at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad you feel the same way. Incredibles 1.
This is an A to B for me. I
A to
have
B,
a lot
yeah.
of I have a lot of good connections with it. I have a lot of nostalgia for it because it was a movie me and my stepbrother really liked growing up. I had the PlayStation 2 video game. Again, very quotable, very enjoyable, good story.
I would say A.
A? I'm happy
Because,
with A.
like, 1, there's no way in hell Incredibles 2 is better. Like, Incredibles 1 is strictly better. And I think this movie has the best voice acting out of any other Pixar movies. Like,
Oh, really?
I think it's just so well cast. Like, don't get me wrong. Like,
Are you saying that because Jason Lee's in it?
He is one of my favorite actors. But yeah. But no, like the guy that plays Mr. Incredible, Ellen, like Mrs. Incredible, they're all good. The kids, I couldn't remember. But Jason Lee and the parents. Yeah, no, but I don't know who voices them as well.
Oh, the voice actors?
Yeah.
Oh.
But
then you've got Samuel Jackson in there too.
Yeah, see, Incredibles is good. Don't get me wrong, like, fucking Tom Hanks is cool, and like Billy Crystal as Mike Wazowski is cool. Like, there's good voice acting always, but I think Incredibles is just very good.
Can I just add, does any other movie have a French antagonist called Bon Voyage? No.
Incredibles 2 does.
Yeah, but no.
We'll just rank Incredibles 2 while we're talking Incredibles. So it's definitely worse. I would say C.
I put it in a C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. It's a nice sequel. It's got some good moments.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's up there.
Yeah, no way. It's not up there. Well, I think we'll just move on from that. Finding Nemo.
This is a B for me.
I was gonna say B as well. I was legitimately gonna say B. So
good movie. Again, watched it the other day. Had fun.
Actually, I prefer Finding Nemo over Toy Story 2, and Toy Story 2 is in A right now.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I can get behind that. Do you want to shuffle it about?
Yeah, let's do a little shuffle.
Let's do a little shuffle.
How are we shuffling?
We can move, I think, Finding Nemo up to A, Toy Story 2 to B, and then normal Toy Story to C.
Cool.
Maybe bring Onward and Coco down to D if we're putting Toy Story.
Well, I haven't seen Onward or Coco, so I can't. But if that's the decision you say, then
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hold on, I just need to edit the tier list.
Because I feel like I connect with Onward for like a more personal reason, and I feel like a lot of people wouldn't normally like associate that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why I liked Onward for like its own reason.
Sure.
And that's probably why it propelled it a bit further.
Sure, I get you.
Yeah.
I was doing a dumb meme there with the name.
No, I saw it.
Incredibles 2 didn't fit, but whatever.
Well, I was gonna say, think Cars.
Oh, we're doing Cars now.
Well, it follows on from Toy Story. Like, it
I was
after.
I was gonna do
You're
Finding
going straight
Dory
to
next.
Finding Nemo. Oh.
Yeah, because we just did
Finding
Finding Nemo.
Dory.
I don't know.
Finding Dory, I'd put in a C.
You put C.
Yeah.
I feel like it's worse than Up. I would say it's an F.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's by far next to the Good Dinosaur. I think it's the worst movie.
What makes you say that though?
Because I think it's a totally unnecessary movie. As like the plot was stupid. It was like full of loopholes. None of it made sense.
Okay.
It was just like a movie that exists because they wanted a Finding Nemo sequel.
Okay. I get where you're coming from.
But you think it's a C, so do you want to compromise on D?
We can put it in D. I wouldn't say it's as bad as the Good Dinosaur because I remember stuff about it and I remember enjoying parts of it.
Sure.
And I feel like it's just one of those movies where it's just meant to be fun. It's not meant to be like taken as seriously as some of the other movies, and that's why there are a lot more like tendencies for plot holes or like that kind of thing. But I think visually it's stunning. I had a lot of like enjoyment seeing like all the creatures. Idris Elba is a weird fucking seal. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, sure. I'm not a big
like
Idris Elba fan in general. Sorry, but yeah.
No, that's valid. I'm like not as big as a fan as like a single mom in her 50s, but I'm like a fan enough that I'm like, hey, it's that dude. So yeah, I think D.
Okay, we can say it. We can say D. So Cars.
Cars, I feel like is a C to B.
I was thinking C.
Are you thinking C just because you want to name the C section Cars, or are you thinking C because you actually think C?
I mean, I think Cars 1 is the best of the Cars movies out of... I mean, I haven't seen Cars 3.
I agree with you. I hated Cars 2. And Cars 3 I feel like was better than Cars 2.
Sure.
I'd put Cars 2 on par with The Good Dinosaur.
We can discuss that when we come to it. But we'll say Cars is...
Cars is a solid C.
Okay.
Potentially B. But I feel like that's like... It's potential.
Mm-hmm.
Like it can be discussed. Maybe.
I would say Ratatouille is an S.
Ratatouille is an S.
But it's not... I wouldn't say it's an S+, but I would say it's an S.
No. It's up there, it's good. But I wouldn't like give it complete credit for an S+.
Yeah, yeah. Soul, I haven't seen.
Haven't seen.
Okay, so that's like the one movie on here that is just not getting ranked.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I just need to fix OBS. Okay. It's cool. Like nothing fucked up. It was just the size of the tier was getting too long. Anyway. Wall-E.
This to me is like an A.
It's an A?
Yeah.
See, I think Brave is better. And I think Toy Story 2 is better. But I don't think I think it's better than... I think it's between B and C. Like, it's like if there was like a B- or a C+, I would put it in there. Because it's not better than those two, but it's better than these ones, in my opinion.
I think it belongs in the B purely because I know I prefer it over some of the movies in C.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. We'll say B. These are all sequels. Let's do Monsters University. I
feel I have a lot of anger towards Monsters University.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. Again, it's like Finding Dory. It's more it's a cash grab, but I feel like it's better than Finding Dory.
Yeah. I mean, I'd still probably put it in D. I'm not gonna lie.
D? Okay. I'm fine with
just
D.
because like there are too many, like, for someone that I watched Monsters Inc. religiously basically when I was younger.
Same.
So I know too many plot holes that are just within that movie. And parts of it just like infuriate me more than I'd like to admit. I think if I didn't look too harshly on the plot holes, I didn't look too harshly from a standpoint of being a big fan of the original,
Yeah.
I'd say yeah, C, sure.
Nah,
But
it's a D.
deep down, I know I can't.
It's
I
a
can't
D.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the only reason I enjoy it is because I like the characters, and
Yeah,
since I like
exactly.
the characters, I'll just watch Monsters Inc.
Not just that, I really enjoyed some of the new characters they introduced.
That's true.
Like, I
Like
had fun with them.
I like the Dean that's like a centipede and a bat, like combo.
Yeah.
I liked her.
I liked all of the characters in the Uzma Kappa group. Like, the group that Mike and Sully, like, go in. The
mhm.
protagonists. I really enjoyed all of the characters that were in that. Like, they were good character designs. A lot of thought went into them, clearly.
Sure.
But it's just, I can't put it in a C. I can't do that morally to myself.
Let's just move on to Cars 2.
Yeah. F.
Okay. I've seen it once, but I would say D.
D?
I would say D.
Why D?
Because I like Michael Caine.
That's too generous. You can't do it just based on I like Michael Caine.
It's like a spy movie. That's like they just happen
Yeah,
to be
I know.
cars.
It's Meta Bond. That's all it is. And I'm not a fan. If I wanted a Meta movie, I'd watch a Meta movie. I want a Cars 2 movie. I want everyone and everything. I want it to be mainly about racing, you know?
I guess you're right.
I'm just a simple girl wanting a simple movie about some race cars that can talk.
Okay,
My
well,
bad.
I'm gonna say it's better than Good Dinosaur, though. Like,
it can be in like the D minus.
Yeah,
into F.
It's top of F.
Yeah,
So,
barely.
Like, I agree, it's not a good movie, but it's whatever. It's dumb.
I just think if Monsters University is in D for me,
yeah,
Cars 2 does not deserve to be
that's
in D.
fair. That's fair.
You know?
Let's do Cars 3 while we're talking cars.
Cars 3, I think, should be in D.
D, yeah, it's not as good as 1, and it's not as bad as 2, so...
Exactly.
I mean, I haven't seen it, but that's what you said, so...
And it has some really fun moments in it. So it's pretty predictable from the start.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the ending's a bit dissatisfying. But overall, good run, few good moments in there.
Mm-hmm. Toy Story 3. Personally, my favorite Toy Story. What's your opinion?
I see you going towards A. And I'm not going to disagree with you. It's a good fucking movie. I just don't know if personally I'd put it above Toy Story 2.
Yeah, we can say it's on B.
Yeah, but I know that you're not going to be happy about that.
Well, no, I think maybe it is on par with that because I don't dislike Toy Story 2. Like I like it.
Yeah, but it's like it's not a matter of like, oh, I dislike it. It's like I get that it matters more to you.
I don't know if it matters more to me. I just think it was a really good way to finalize the trilogy, and that's I don't know. I liked the villain, the fucking bear. I liked the setting of like the daycare. That was cool.
Yeah.
There was like Mr. Tortilla Face. That was cool.
Yeah, there was Spanish Buzz.
Yeah. See, there's lots of good moments. There was the Ken doll.
But there's a lot of good moments for Toy Story 2.
Yeah, Toy Story 2 is just about the incel that's trying to sell Woody. That's like it.
No, it's also about Woody choosing between like people he feels at home with and his actual family. It's like a whole thing. And he's like, I have to choose when he didn't have to choose in the first place.
Okay, I'm gonna do something, and you just look. What if we do that?
Can I look again, or are you like?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought you were watching.
Oh no. You're like, don't look. I was like, okay, sure. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I can live with that actually.
Okay.
Are
Okay.
you happy with that?
I still prefer Brave over both Toy Stories, but if this is a compromise we must make, then it's a compromise we'll make.
Yeah, well, if we're going compromise route and we compromise on Brave being in B, I can compromise with Toy Story 2 being in B.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
No, Toy Story 3 can stay in A.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm fine with it staying there. Because you compromised on Brave for me, so I'll compromise with Toy Story 2.
Cool. Cool. Uh, Now for the last one. I haven't seen it, but I don't like the fact that it exists because Toy Story 3 was such a good ending.
Yeah, I saw it, enjoyed it. I thought it was a good ending for different reasons to Toy Story 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'd put it like in a C though.
Insane.
I think it's on par with the first one.
Really?
Definitely not better than the second or third.
Sure.
But I don't think it's bad enough to be in D.
A little anecdote about Toy Story 4. I
Mm-hmm.
was sort of seeing this girl for like maybe half a year or whatever, and when Toy Story 4 came out, she got like a Forky Pop vinyl, and she was like obsessed with the character Forky. I was like, I want to fucking kill myself.
Of all the characters to be obsessed with in that movie, Forky is given too much credit.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
just like the character very much.
I feel like again, I don't know the story, I haven't seen the movie, but I feel like Forky was just added to be extra random, you know?
Yeah, kinda. I mean, I prefer like because the antagonist in the end movie has like a redemption arc within the movie, and I prefer her as a character to Forky.
Is this Bo Peep?
No, whole
Oh,
separate other character.
okay.
Bo
Well,
Peep is
I don't
like
know.
Bo Peep is better than Forky. Bo Peep's fucking rad.
No, I like Bo Peep. I thought you were saying like because I
No,
don't know.
no,
I
no,
haven't seen it. I assumed
yeah,
Bo Peep was like the secret villain or whatever.
no, they didn't. They didn't show the villain in any of the trailers. I don't think.
Huh? Crazy. Okay, that is pretty
Yeah.
wild. Um, well, those are all the movies, except for our S
So
pluses. I think
if
we've
we're doing
agreed Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc., yeah,
and
I'm
and
happy for Monsters Inc.
and
To
bit
be honest.
shows, or maybe we just leave it Monsters Inc.
I'm happy with just Monsters Inc. I think Bichos is good.
Yeah,
And if you take the end credits into consideration, Bichos is incredible.
yeah,
But when you take Monsters Inc. and credits into consideration too, even better.
yeah. That's true. The end credits of Monsters Inc. is very good. I'm very happy with this list. Also, I
Yeah,
love that they're all in English except for bit shows. Like, what is the?
no,
Oh yeah,
Inside Out is either.
Del Reves, Del Rev,
Still it is.
and Monsters Inc. is Monstrous S.A.
Oh shit. Lied to us, they're separate movies.
Well,
Is the Good Dinosaur still the Good Dinosaur? I can't read.
no, that looks like it says Evil Diarlo or whatever. I
Okay,
don't.
great.
I can't really tell, but
Yeah.
that's the video. I think that's it.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah. I feel, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
It's a good feeling, and it's pretty satisfying that it, like, cascades down.
That's true. I'm surprised the D is the peak. Like you would think, like Pixar movies
Like,
might be a higher peak.
B.
Yeah.
But I feel like, considering you haven't seen a few of them, and I'm quite, like, we're both quite picky,
Mhm.
like, with what should be a good movie and what shouldn't, especially when, like, what we're comparing, like our comparing movies are.
Yeah.
Because you're comparing movies Brave, and my comparing movies like Toy Story 2.
Yeah. That's true.
So it's like for us to set the bar at a B with those movies alone, it's
Yeah.
like it's only gonna get worse from here.
I think that was a successful tier list. So.
Yeah.
If I were a rich man with $1 million or two, I'd live in a penthouse with a room with a view. If I were handsome, it could happen. 'Cause dreams do come true. I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you. Wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have. Wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have. Wouldn't have nothing. For years I have envied your grace and your charm. Everyone loves you, you know. Yes, I know, I know, I know. And I must admit, the guy always comes through. And I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you. You and me together, that's how it always should be. One without the other don't mean nothing to me. Nothing to